gentlemen, boys and girls, baseball fans of all ages, hello and welcome to beautiful Campanelli Stadium on an absolutely wonderful Monday afternoon for some MIAA high school baseball. It is a Southeast Conference clash, the Bridgewater Raynham Trojans and the Brockton Boxers. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, pleased to be joined alongside today by Big Game Miles Jackson. Miles, the Boxers are 2-0. They've competed in two one-run different games. Those are games that the coach said they would have lost last year, and those are some of the changes that they've worked on to really put together a strong start to the 2023 campaign.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Matt. I think one of the key things, positive things for Brockton here, they got a little bit better pitching than they had last year. So pitching makes a big difference, especially in high school baseball. And your bullpen. What do you have when you have to bring your pitcher out, your starting pitcher out? What do you have in the bullpen? So obviously Brockton's come out with a great start, 2-0, and we just look forward to a great ball game.
Those two decisions coming over North Quincy and the Whitman-Hanson Panthers. Chris Frost on the hill today for the Boxers. Doing the catching for him is Armani LaRusso. Brady Witz at first base. Second base patrolled by Nick Genetasio. The shortstop is Adam Perez. At the hot corner is Dom Hopkins. Left to right across the outfield, Cody Bucher, Jackson O'Brien, and Brett Keene. Kevin Doyle, the leadoff man for the Trojans. That one off of the leg pad of LaRusso to the backstop.
But just a beautiful day out here, Matt, for some baseball today.
65 degrees. Nice little sea breeze coming in. That's going to be ball four. It's a leadoff walk for Doyle. The rest of the Trojans lineup, Casey Wensley will bat now. Cam Morrison hits third. Owen King batting cleanup today for Bridgewater Raynham. Tyler Catogio is batting fifth. Luke Barry sixth. Bobby Quill hitting seventh. Evan Samsel is batting eighth. And Quinlan Keefe is batting ninth. The left-handed Frost now working from the set. Tosses in strike one to Wensley.
Yeah, nice job there. He painted a corner with that pitch right there.
Yeah, one from Chris Frost. Just missed the corner that time.
Looks like he tried to throw a curveball right there. Like you said, missed the outside corner of the plate.
Frost, the senior at Brockton High. Runner takes off. The throw down is going to be held by the catcher, LaRusso. And it's a stolen base for Kevin Doyle.
Yeah, nice job by Doyle. He read the pitcher well. You can see the pitcher has a kind of a slow windup, so the base runner got a good jump on the steal there.
Decent lead off of second again. Large secondary lead, ball two now to Wensley. Being held close by Perez at second. Now ground ball right side, that'll get through. And waved around, the throw home, cut off, and diving in safely is Doyle. Good block there by LaRusso to prevent an advancement by Wensley, but BR scores first blood here today. It is an RBI single for Casey Wensley.
Yeah, nice job by Wensley. He put the ball exactly where he should have, right between the first baseman and the second baseman, right in that gap. And the man scored from second base, Doyle, so nice job by the hitter there.
Now, familiar name for Trojan fans, Cam Morrison, the Bridgewater Raynham catcher, will step in. Morrison holds a lot of power. Chris Frost already 14 pitches into the afternoon. Of course, we know that MIAA pitch limit 115 on the day. He'll throw over to first. Diving back safely now, Wensley. First offering, and Russo faking down to first again. Morrison might have gotten in the way of a potential throw.
Yeah, that was real inside. Morrison had to lift his leg up a little bit to avoid being hit by the pitch.
One ball, no strikes to Cam Morrison. Fouls this one off to even the count at a ball and a strike. Already we're going to see some boxers headed down to the bullpen. Another throw to first. That one a little bit closer, but diving back once again was Casey Wensley. Owen King awaiting on deck. Now let's hear top of the first inning. Slow chopper to first. The flip to Frost, closer than it should have been, but he beats it by a half step. That advances the runner on the sacrifice grounder and gives the Boxers the first out at the top of the first.
Yeah, that was good hustling by Morrison. Almost was safe on the play, but
a little bit of indecision by the first baseman
yeah,
there too.
Yeah, definitely.
That's Brady Witt. Now runner on second for the cleanup hitter Owen King. One away here as King looks at strike one. A high throw from LaRusso back to Frost, almost wound up in the outfield. Yeah, one from Frost. He's fouled off. Now up 0-2 is Frost. Just missed the inside corner. Ball on 2 strikes. Beautiful afternoon here, Miles, at Campanelli Stadium. You can really see some of the work that the new owners of the Brockton Rocks have put into the stadium.
The stadium looks very good early on here.
That nasty lip on the edge of the infield is gone. High pop-up, shallow right. Second baseman calls it off and makes the catch for out number 2. That is Nick Genatasio on the putout.
Good communication by the second baseman there to wave off the right fielder. He came in pretty deep, but he heard the call.
That will bring up the first baseman, Tyler Catogio. Runner on second. One run already across here, top of the first inning for Bridgewater Raynham. Ball just missed low. The offering from Chris Frost is upstairs and inside 2-0. Wensley takes his lead off of second base. High pop-up, deep shortstop. And the catch is made. That will retire the side. Adam Perez on the inning-ending catch. One run across for the Trojans in the top of the first inning on just one hit. When we come back, we'll meet the Brockton Boxers starting lineup and the Trojans' defensive look.
Chris Frost, a little bit shaky at the beginning. Had to find his area around the plate, but he settled down. But
recovered well after those first 2 Trojan hitters.
Exactly. I got a little nervous there.
Came back to get the next 3.
Yep, but he settled down, and now Brockton has a chance to do something with their bats.
Let's meet the Boxers starting lineup. Jackson O'Brien will get us started. Armani LaRusso is batting second. Nick Genatasio hits third. My man Zeke is batting cleanup. Brady Witt batting 5th. Dom Hopkins is 6th. Adam Perez batting 7th. Cody Bucher batting 8th. Brett Keane will bat 9th. Zeke in Shostegi. Meanwhile, the Trojans' defensive look on the hill is Jack Ritchie. Doing the catching for him, Cam Morrison. Tyler Cottogio is at first base. Quinlan Keefe at second. The shortstop is Luke Barry. The hot corner being patrolled today by Casey Wensley. Bobby Quill in left field. Kevin Doyle in center. Evan Samsel in right. Here is the center fielder for Brockton, Jackson O'Brien. First offering of the day for Jack Ritchie. He's fouled off. That'll get out of play down the right field line. That just touched the inside corner now. 0-2 for O'Brien. The 0-2, that'll be outside for ball 1. O'Brien down by way of the K. A nasty bender coming in over the plate.
Yeah, that was nasty because it was right over the plate. Obviously, O'Brien couldn't see something there and just it froze him. And,
4-pitch strikeout for Jack Ritchie. Armani LaRusso wearing number 1 for Brockton. High fly ball, left center field, drifting over and not going to get there. Falls right between the two Trojans. Bobby Quill picking it up on the bounce, but it's a one-out double for Armani LaRusso.
yeah, and the reason he got that double, that was a long, high fly in the gap. That was the key. It was in the gap between the left fielder and the right center fielder, and they just couldn't get to it in time. He hit it pretty good. You see it right there.
Take another look. Perfect placement, exactly halfway between left and center field. And fouled off onto the concourse here at Campanelli Stadium. Stadium, of course, hosts the Brockton Rocks in the Futures Collegiate Baseball League, the FCBL. They'll be playing against the Savannah Bananas this summer.
The Savannah Bananas.
The Savannah Banana, the hottest thing in baseball. The 1-1 fouled off our play again. Russo on second. This is Nick Giannatasio at the plate. 1-2. Catcher lost it. Russo held at second. Time asked for and granted. Now the 2-2. Shot out to center. First step back, but coming in to make the catch is Kevin Doyle, and the Russo forced to hold at second. Now 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Richie 12 pitches into his afternoon. He'll now face the Boxer cleanup hitter, Zeke Shostagi. Ball outside, that evens the count. The ball and a strike. Shostagi pops it a mile in the air, first base side in foul territory, losing it to the sun. Nice recovery from his knee. Went Tyler Catogio, and that will retire the side. Great play for the Trojan first baseman to end the first inning, Miles.
Yeah, nice play by the you'll see it right here on the replay. Like you said, very high pop fly. The sun is in the player's eyes. He's fighting it, and finally makes an excellent grab there.
Not a cloud in the sky at Campanelli. The Trojans have the lead at the end of the first inning. 1-0. 1 run on 1 hit for BR. No runs on 1 hit for Brockton. Top of the second coming at you right after this on Bridgewater Television and Brockton Community Access. Top of the second inning will be led off for Bridgewater Raynham by number 8, Luke Barry. He's the shortstop. Bobby Quill and Evan Samsel also due up for the Trojans, Miles.
Yeah, we could see what our pitcher, Chris Frost, see if he can get these guys out of here early.
Good recovery for him in the first inning. He gives up a leadoff single here into right field. Doyle scored the only Trojan run of the afternoon, knocked in from Wensley, and then Frost battled back to get Morrison, King, and Catogio to retire the side. Chopper to first, throw to second is going to be too late. Oh no, he said they got him.
Just got him.
That'll be the first out of the inning. Let's see it again.
Oh, he slowed up just a tad bit for the ball to get there.
The boxer was off of the bag.
You saw that? He was off the bag?
His foot slid off the bag. No replay review in high school baseball. So the Boxers get the lead runner for the first out of the inning. Quill takes first base. Evan Samsel now the right fielder. Arndt takes off again. Throw down is going to be offline. A stolen base for Bobby Quill. Great jump on the ball. And Russo would have had to make the absolute perfect throw, and then even still probably would have gotten beat to second base. Our grounder gets past the diving shortstop. That will score another Trojan run. The throw home is going to be airmailed right there for backup. Was the pitcher Frost, and advancing on the throw home is Samsel for the RBI single, technically.
Yeah, I think the left fielder for Brockton made an error there. the runner was going to score no matter what. He should have threw it to second to keep the lead runner on first base.
So it's 2-0 Bridgewater Raynham on top. Frost now 28 pitches in. Good block that time by LaRusso. Off the handle of the bat, right to the shortstop Perez. Long throw to first. In time for the out. Moves the runner over for the sacrifice 6-3 ground ball.
Nice decision there by the shortstop to make the sure out at first base.
Gives the Boxers the second out of the top of the second inning. That brings back up the leadoff man, Kevin Doyle. Scored the first Trojan run of the day.
Yeah, he got on with the walk and, like you said, ended up scoring a run, the only run.
Frost now working for the windup ground ball right up the middle. That'll score the third BR run, as easily getting in from third goes Evan Samsel.
And Doyle placed that in the perfect spot right down the middle so his teammate can score.
Casey Wensley has an RBI single. Boxer's going to go almost pitch out here. Russo half crouched down, anticipating Doyle taking off the speedy center fielder. Ball one up and out of the zone. Now Doyle indeed takes off. Throw down is on the money. The throw gets him at second base, and that'll retire the side. Doyle thrown out at second from Armani LaRusso Miles.
That was a nice, strong throw by LaRusso, right where it had to be low for the shortstop to get it. And
Boxers knew he was going to take off.
Boxers knew he was going to take off. You see it right there. Oh, that's the single. And luckily the pitcher was backing up the, and here it is right.
The two Trojan RBI singles. So we're at 3-0 at the end, the middle of the second inning. The Boxers will send up their 5, 6, 7 hitters when we come back. Brady Witt leads off the bottom of the second inning. Dom Hopkins, Adam Perez also due up for the Brockton Boxers. And it's a first pitch strike from Jack Ritchie. Just the one hit in the first frame. Missing outside that time, 1-1 to the first baseman, Witt. Spinning out, missing inside, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Witt. That one catching the outer part of the plate. The offering from Ritchie. Gets him over the outside corner, and Witt doesn't believe it.
Yeah, it's a little bit low, but he should have swung at it. But great pitch by Bridgewater's pitcher there, Ritchie. He put it where he had to put it.
Dom Hopkins now with one out in the bottom of the second inning. Looks at ball one up around his eye level. Looks at strike one on the fastball.
Yeah, nice strong fastball right there by Ritchie.
Hard slider looked like that time bobbled by the second baseman, and that will be an E4 as Dom Hopkins reaches on the infield grounder.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there with the second baseman. I don't know if it was the sun or he just misplayed the hop.
Brings up Adam Perez, the shortstop. This looks like ball one up and out. Bounce it off out of play, ball and a strike. Hopkins holding at first. Cody Bucher waiting on deck, the left fielder for Brockton. Ooh, nasty curve. Good
Yes.
mix of pitches so far from
Yeah.
Jack Ritchie.
Ritchie's doing a great job on the mound so far. Brockton hasn't been able to figure him out yet.
Hopkins holds, and this one laced into left field, straight down the line. Hopkins going to turn for third. The throw in is going to get through. And Perez standing on second base.
Yeah, you're right. He ripped that. You'll see it right here. Bang! I mean, like you say, he laced it out there to left center. Left field there by the foul line. That was a good throw.
Throw was close.
Yeah, that was a good throw in. If that throw could have been a little bit more inside, the third baseman would have had a better chance of tagging him out.
Trojans have a meeting of the minds at the pitcher's mound. Runners on second and third here with one out. Bottom of the second inning. The Boxers in good position to strike here with their number 8 hitter, Cody Bucher, up at the dish. Bucher swinging a miss, strike one. Bucher sends it out to right field, drifting over, getting ready to tag is Hopkins. He'll take off. The throw in is going to be cut off. The runners advance. It's a sacrifice fly for Cody Bucher to give the Boxers their first run of the afternoon.
Yeah, that's a good first run for the Boxers. Give them a little momentum to keep going here. Now they're only down by 2 runs. They just got to keep it going if possible.
So now Brett Keene, the right fielder, steps in. Runner on third, 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. Ritchie up to 30 pitches on the outing so far. Ball one outside. Bucher chopper to third, high hop handled. The throw is going to be in time to retire the side. But the Boxers get their first run of the afternoon, Miles, to cut the lead to 3-1 heading to the top of the third inning.
Yeah, they kind of got their bats going and got 1 run out of it. I tell you, that was a good hustle by Keene there. That throw had to be right on there because he was only beaten by about a half step or so.
There's your line. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Trojans. 1 run on 2 hits for the Boxers. Top of the third inning coming at you when we come back. The top of the third inning, led off by the man who was in the box to end the top of the second inning, Casey Wensley, after Kevin Doyle got thrown out stealing second base. Wensley an RBI single his first time up. Fouls it off 1-1 to the Trojan third baseman. Mad Dog Matt Nelson, big game Miles Jackson bringing you the action on Brockton Community Access and Bridgewater Television. It's joint productions, always a boatload of fun.
Always.
High pop-up. Shortstop calls him off. Perez sizing it up, makes the catch, and there's one away. Cam Morrison retired his first time up in the 3 slot for the Trojans today. It's a rope out to left. That will one hop and be a first pitch single. Bucher out there and left. Took a weird bounce off of a patch of grass out there. Almost got him going the other way.
Sure did. But nice recovery by the left fielder out there for Brockton.
So Morrison on first for the cleanup hitter King. Owen King looking at strike 1. Slicer foul. Delayed motion to the plate. You almost thought Frost might go towards first base with that throw.
You know, Matt, I don't know if I've been out of touch, but I haven't seen too many orange bats in high school, college.
It
Aluminum
varies.
bats.
It varies. So the bright colors, it's like basketball players with the shoes. Some of them like the bright colored bats,
Yeah,
the bright
yeah.
colored
Cleats,
sneakers,
cleats, yeah,
the
sneakers,
cleats.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
0-2 the count to Owen King after he fouled that one off into the stands. Runner holds. This one shot out to the right center field gap. It's going to be trouble. It's going to get all the way to the warning track before being picked up by the center fielder. The runner, Wensley, gets all the way around from first, and it's an RBI double for Owen King.
Yeah, that was a beautiful hit right in the gap. Just made it out there to the warning track, as you said, and he comes up with a nice double and brings in another run.
Deep part of the ballpark. 403 to dead center. That allowed Cam Morrison easily to score from first base. 4-1 Trojans. Frost now 45 pitches in. Hard grounder, that'll go foul down the left field line. Some stirring in the Trojan bullpen now. Looks to be number 7, Brendan Goonan, warming up.
Wow, that pitch looked like it fooled Tile a little bit. Swung helplessly.
Tyler Catogio, the batter. 1-2 count. Fouls it off. Both teams have pitchers warming up. Pitch limit 115 before they have to be taken out of the game. Hard ground ball, takes a weird hop into left field, and now Owen King going to score easily from second. And into second base is Katogio.
Would you call that a double or a single? Single and error?
Single and an error. He kicked it. 5-1 the Trojans lead. Top of the third inning. Runner still on second base as King and Katogio switch places. That brings up Luke Barry.
Well, Bridgewater's Raham's bats have come alive again. They were alive and hot in that first inning, and now we're in the top of the third, and they've come alive again.
Ebbs and flows.
Yes, indeed.
Still just one out here in the top of the third frame. Ball 2 comes in outside. The 2-1 from Frost.
Good pitch. Good pitch right there.
Lower part of the zone over the outside corner. Two and two now for Chris Frost. Outside full count.
Yeah, Frost has to get this one over the plate.
He misses. It's a 6-pitch walk for Luke Barry, and that sends up Bobby Quill, and LaRusso will head back out to the pitcher's mound to have a word with Frost. Runners on first and second, one out. Top of the third inning, Trojans already leading 5-1.
Yeah, good idea by LaRusso, the catcher, to go out there and calm down his pitcher, as he's gotten a little erratic. A lot of pitches thrown outside. And again, he cannot afford to just walk these guys because they got some hot bats right now. So he's going to have to put it over the plate or close to it.
Bobby Quill, the Trojan batter, looks at ball 1 up and out of the zone. From Frost, Perez at second, holding Katogio close. That one good for strike 1 from Frost, 1-1. Hard grounder, handled by Witt. He'll take it himself. 2 outs, but the runners move up. Now runners on second and third with 2 outs for Evan Samso. Hit a big RBI hit his first time up. Grounder to third base. The long throw to first is offline, but coming down with the tag is Witt, and that will retire the side. An acrobatic end to the top of the third inning, Miles. The Trojans will leave 2 stranded.
Yeah, exactly right. You'll see it right here. Nice job by the first baseman to jump up. That was a high throw. Look at that. And had sense enough to tag him out just before he touched the base.
Saves the run and sends us to the middle of the third inning, 5-1. The Bridgewater Trojans leading the Brockton Boxers. You're watching MIAA Baseball on BCA and BTV. Jackson O'Brien leads off the bottom of the third. As the Boxers finally get around the order. Jackson 0 for 1. Hits ball 2 inside there, 2-0. Just catching the inside rubber that time for strike one.
He painted that one nice to corner. Inside corner.
2-1 from Richie, sliced out to right. That will go foul.
It would have been nice to see that straighten out a little bit for
Would have wound up rattling around the corner by the foul pole out and right.
Yeah. O'Brien, he's got some speed, so I'm sure that would have been a double.
Brian, the center fielder. Ball 3 inside, full count. Payoff pitch is low. Ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk for Jackson O'Brien. Armani LaRusso. Hit a double to the gap his first time up. Our grounder is short, backhand stab to second for one, long throw to first is offline. Gets all the way to the fence, and into second base is LaRusso.
Nice hustle by LaRusso.
For those keeping score at home, that's 6-4 on the putout, and then a throwing error to first, allowing for the advancement of LaRusso to second base. That will bring up Nick Giannatasio. Some quirky scoring rules of baseball, as there is in really every sport. Recently saw a runner get hit by a live ball.
Wow.
A ground ball between first and second. The runner going from first to second got hit by the ball.
So in high school, is the runner out?
The runner is out, and in the book it goes down as a fielder's choice. Whichever player was close, there's a rope out to center right at Kevin Doyle for the second out of the inning. So it's a fielder's choice in the book. Whichever defensive player was closest to the ball when the runner got hit is credited with the putout, throwing to whichever base that runner was running to. So in this case, it was a 4-6 fielder's choice, and a runner reached first base because of it. Inside, backing out, is Enchostiga. Zeke, the designated hitter for the Boxers today.
Zeke looks like he might have some power if he connects well.
Hard chopper.
Nice play.
Nice throw to first. A great stab at shortstop by Luke Barry. That will retire the Boxers in the bottom of the third inning. Just the one hit to speak of. Still 5-1 Trojans heading to the top of the fourth. Chris Frost will return to the hill for the Boxers to start his fourth inning of work. Top of the fourth inning, the Trojans have a 5-1 lead. Nice bender from Frost in for strike one. This is Quinlan Keefe, the second baseman, at the dish for Bridgewater Raynham. Right up the middle. Frost waves his glove at the headhunter, but luckily gets out of the way. Leadoff single for Keefe. The bottom of the Trojans' order, Miles, has been productive today.
Very productive. You want to see the bottom of the order start off with a single, because you know what comes after the bottom of the order, top of the order.
That will bring out Coach Brennan for a meeting at the mound, and that will be the day for Chris Frost. And the designated hitter, Zeke Inchostagi, will come out to the hill to take his place. Pitching change from Campanelli Stadium with the Trojans. Runner on first, no outs in the top of the fourth inning, leading 5-1. We'll take the break too and have the rest of the fourth when we come back. Chaucy, ground ball through the right side into right field, bobbled. Runners will hold. First two runners on here, top of the fourth inning. That sends up Casey Wensley, part of the Trojan order coming up.
Well, this Bridgewater team, they've got some good hitters so far. I can tell they got some very good placement type hitters.
We're expecting a bunt at first. He'll see it. Missing on the attempt, but the runners will advance on the dropped pitch by LaRusso.
Good heads-up play there by the base runner there at second base.
Ball on a strike now to Wensley. Infield in with the runner on third. Chostigy's offering, good for strike two. 2-2 now to Wensley. Fouled off to the backstop. Remains 2-2.
You can see the infield's in, just right at the grass.
Hard grounder foul. Decent hands by the first base coach. That's number 4, Connor Nichols for the Trojans. 2-2 from Inchostagi. Curveball. And it got Wensley ahead of him.
Wensley doing a great job hanging in there at the plate. fouling off a number of pitches, making Brockton's pitcher work.
Another 2-2. Another curveball, another foul.
Wow. Had him fooled there, but he did catch a piece of that ball.
The third 2-2 from Zeke and Chastigi. Another hard grounder foul. Do it again for the fourth time with 2-2.
Tough batter.
Chastigi 11 pitches in. More than half have come this at bat. Who's going to win the battle? Do it one more time. The fifth 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Foul territory, left field side. It's going to fall in.
Roll right into the
tarp cylinder down there.
Tarp cylinder, yes.
We'll see a sixth 2-ball, 2-strike pitch from Chastigi to Wensley.
Battle of the pitcher and the catcher. Battle of the pitcher and the batter.
Chastigi working from the windup. Lucky number 7.
He's a battler. Got a good eye when he swings that bat. Keeps his eye on the ball. Makes contact.
Number 8. Ball 3. Full count.
If that ball's anywhere around the plate, I believe he's swinging.
The payoff pitch. Ground ball. First base. Through the glove of Witt into right field. Both runners will head home. Scoring from second goes number 17, Kevin Doyle, and it's 7-1 BR.
Yeah, tough break there by the first baseman, Witt. Thought he should have had it. It was a tough play, but should have came up with it.
All-time battle with Chastigi and Wensley all over the Amica pitch zone. Now Zeke will step off and chase Wensley back to first. Wensley takes off, throw down off line, stolen base for Casey Wensley.
Casey paying attention out there. Nice steal.
On the outside corner for strike 1. Cam Morrison back for another at bat. Check swing. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, he was tempted to swing there, but he, the last second, realized how far outside it was.
Big swing and a miss from Morrison, one up in the zone.
Yeah, a little bit of high heat right there by Brockton's pitcher, Zeke.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Morrison, also a member of the Trojan football team. to the backstop. Two from in Shostagi. Upstairs ball 3. These two teams, of course, participants for the Cape Cod Cafe Bowl every Thanksgiving.
Oh, it's an exciting game on Thanksgiving between these two teams.
Brockton's starting to tip the scales back even a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Still some work to do, but they'll square off at Bridgewater Raynham this coming Turkey Day.
I know when Bridgewater and Brockton started this rivalry on Turkey Day, Bridgewater had the upper hand there for a little bit.
It was like 4 or 5 straight to start. We're thinking about changing the Thanksgiving opponent.
Bridgewater has some great, Bridgewater Rain has some great athletes coming out of there. Football, basketball, baseball. What are they feeding them over there?
It's got to be something in that regional water supply.
Yes, yes.
Upstairs, ball 4. It'll be a walk to Morrison. Of course, this will be the first Thanksgiving that Brockton does not have Coach Peter Colombo at the helm.
It's going to seem awfully different. I mean, when I got to Brockton High, it was a Colombo coaching then, Armin. And after he coached for so many years, then Peter took over, and all we've known is the Colombos.
Colombos versus Dan Buron for the Trojans.
Classic.
He's retired now as well.
Isn't he a referee now?
I think he might be.
Yeah.
I think I heard that
White
somewhere.
hair. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He reffed the Brockton High game one time this year. Pretty good ref too.
Some memorable battles with referees over the years. You would wonder why he would wish that upon himself.
I guess he just loves sports. I mean, he got out of coaching, now he's refereeing.
Chopper to third. Getting the lead runner of the Boxers. No throw over to first.
Great break right there for the Boxers. Cut down that lead runner at third.
One would think the trend of the industry, right? All these former coaches joining the media as analysts. I heard that Jeff Fowler and VTV were in negotiations with now former coach Buron for an analyst seat at Bridgewater Raynham games.
Wow. He's been a great
Chose
analyst.
to become a ref instead.
You want to be right there in the action.
Got to stay on the field.
Got to stay on the field.
Runners on first and second here, one away. Top of the fourth inning, strike one. Tossed into Tyler Catogio.
She only one out still.
Hard slicer foul. Ball 2 strikes now to the BR first baseman.
And that's not fog you see on your screen, that's dust.
A lot of dust getting kicked up here.
Got a dust bowl going on here at Campanelli Stadium.
You would have thought, as much as it's rained over the last month or two, that the field would still be a little bit wet and dense.
Damp, yeah.
Not as much dust, but beautiful out yesterday, beautiful out today. Togio skies it to right field. Drifting back and over, making the grab. The runners will try to tag. Stuck at first base is King, or rather Morrison. Advancing to third is Wensley. Connor Nichols, pinch runner on third base. That brings up Luke Barry. Getting to that 6, 7, 8, 9 part of the order, Miles, that has been very, very productive today. Runner takes off for second, skies straight up and back towards us. It'll fall 10 feet in front of our window.
Nothing that makes a coach feel better than to have his bottom lineup really produce.
The guys that you're not thinking you're going to end up counting on, they've put up a majority of the runs today.
Done a great job. Took advantage.
Chostigi steps off, looks back towards first, knowing that Katogio might try to take off here. There he goes. Throw down to third on the faker. It bounces in and
he didn't catch it, but he did a nice job using his body to block
Dom
that.
Hopkins got that off of the outside of his thigh.
Yeah, you know that stung a little bit, but he kept the ball from going out there to the right field.
Seen a couple interesting fakes for the double steal situation so far this season. Here's a shot out to left field, diving and missing it, and getting all the way back. That getting past Cody Bucher. Chases down long, bomb into third, and did he get him? He did on the second attempt, diving back to the bag was number 10, Dom Hopkins, and that will retire the side. BR did get a couple runs off that, as trying to get all the way to third was Luke Barry. Recovering in left was Bucher Miles. A wild sequence. We'll take another look.
Just kind of the sun and everything, not to make excuses, but if he would have came in a little bit more to his right, he would have had it. But it is tough trying to deal with that sun. And you can see Mr. Tag there, but he got him right there. And
Off
you can
the
see
bag.
It's tough to see where the bag is with all the dust.
Umpire was right there.
Yeah, he was
the
right
dust
there.
is blowing the opposite direction,
Yep,
so he
exactly.
called it as he saw it. That retires the side, but BR scores another couple more. Before that out was recorded, it's 9-1 heading to the bottom of the fourth inning.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Chopper on the first pitch of the inning. Picked up long throw. And in time.
Boy, that was a nice play by the third baseman. You can see. Tough grounder, but he picked it up. We'll see it right here on the replay. How he double shifts there. Make sure he and guns it. Strong arm there by the third baseman there, number 1.
Nice pick at first by Katogio as well.
Yes, yes. Nice job by the first baseman.
One pitch, one out. The definition of efficiency to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's a pop out to left center field, drifting over and making the catch, Kevin Doyle. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
That hasn't happened much today for the Brockton Boxers. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Now we'll bring up Adam Perez. The last hit out to center was Dom Hopkins. First pitch to Perez, he holds up, and it will not be a 3-pitch inning for Jack Ritchie.
Thank God.
High pop-up, straight up, shallow third base. And missing it, falls in fair territory. So Perez is going to reach
First base.
first on what would have been a foul ball had it fallen in foul territory, but it kicked the heel of the glove
You'll see it right here, Matt.
of Wensley. Doink, and fell in fair territory.
You think the wind got a little bit of that? Because that was a high pop-up.
Wind might have had a little bit to do
bit,
with that.
Yeah,
It did spend a lot of time up in midair.
up in the stratosphere.
Gives the Boxers a base runner with 2 away.
Now, is that a single, or would you call that a single?
That's an error.
Error? Okay. So I thought.
So Perez on first. Throw down. Togio had to go off of his upper leg.
Gee, that was a nice throw. That was a bullet down there.
Perez holds. This one chopped foul to the Trojan dugout.
Bottom of the fourth, Boxers need a big inning. Maybe try to get 3 or 4 runs in.
They are getting dangerously close to flirting with that mercy rule, down 10 after 4.5 innings.
Ooh, off his foot a little bit.
Tony Palladino warming up in the Trojan bullpen out there in left field. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now to the boxer at the plate, Cody Bucher. Perez takes off. It's a foul ball off
Off
of
his foot again.
Bucher's left toe.
You know that ouched.
High steps it off.
Yeah, right off that left foot. Nice job by the replay.
Perez takes off again. Strike 3.
Wow.
Right down Broadway gets Bucher, and that will end the inning. The Boxers strand their only base runner.
I'll tell you, Richie is on point with Bridgewater Rainham. He's just throwing a number of pitches, and Brockton just can't figure it out. Just froze the batter right there. That was right over the plate, but froze him.
Well, there was a chance that that was the last inning of work that Jack Ritchie will see today with Palladino warming in the Trojan pen. That would be a little bit of music to the Boxers' ears after not being able to get to the Bridgewater Raynham Trojan star. It's 9-1. We're headed to the top of the 5th inning when we come back. Chastigi back on the hill for the Boxers for the top of the 5th. Brockton needing to prevent any runs from getting across here. That will be tough to do, as launching one into the deep left center field gap is Bobby Quill, the 7-hitter, striking again. He's headed for third with a leadoff triple for Bridgewater Raynham.
That was beautifully placed by the batter as he put it right in the gap. These Bridgewater hitters are some good hitters, as Brockton is finding out.
I'm going to bring up Samsel, who has had himself a nice afternoon at the plate. And the ball getting past LaRusso, the throw home, not in time. There's the 10th Trojan run of the day. Leadoff triple for Bobby Quill, and he makes the Boxers pay on the very next pitch.
Tough break there for the Boxers. They cannot contain this hot-hitting Bridgewater Raynham team.
High pop-up, first base. Witt calls it off, makes the catch in foul territory for out number 1. Now we'll bring up Quinlan Keefe. Keefe, the 9-hitter, has reached base a couple times today. Big swing and a miss there. Chopper foul territory. Really good stop over there by Connor Nichols.
Yeah, he's had a lot of action over there at first base coach position.
Swing and miss, strike 3. LaRusso is going to have to toss down to Witt. Almost missed him. Woo!
That's just the way it's been going for Brockton today. Luckily, the first baseman was able to stretch out there and get that errant throw.
Oh, great look at the replay.
Yeah.
Always the top of the line production. These joint operations between Brockton Community Access, Bridgewater Television.
Well, that's what you get when you got 2 top TV stations teaming up to give us this colorful baseball game today.
That'll be it for Zeke and Shostakey, who looks like he's going to move over to first base. So we'll get the defensive alignment when we come back. But another quick shout out to the production crew here. Top of the line, 4 cameras. We're having fun. Mike the Postman Simmons up here in the press box. Always having fun here on a Monday afternoon.
Always.
Rest of the top of the 5th inning when we come back. Pitching change here at Campanelli. Ball 1 tossed in by the new Brockton pitcher, Bobby Witt. Him and Shostakey switching places, first base and the hill. Single for number 17. That's Kevin Doyle on base again in the leadoff spot.
Yeah, some good hitting by Doyle. I believe Doyle had 3 singles today and a walk. That's why he's the leadoff hitter. You can see that shadow crossing home plate right now.
Starting to set right behind us.
Yep.
Here at Campanelli Stadium. Hard foul down the right field line.
Wensley's had a good productive day too. Couple, at least 2 singles at least.
One was an RBI single back in the first inning.
Yeah, he got that whole thing going early on in his baseball game.
2-2 here for Bobby Witt. Ball 4 to Wensley. That'll bring up Morrison again. Trojans coming in at 3-0, as one might expect with the way the lineup has produced today.
Oh, definitely so. This Morrison kid, batting third, big, strong kid. You can tell he's a baseball player. Did you say he played football too?
He does.
Well, you could tell.
The Trojans have not won by less than 10 runs in their first 3 matchups of the season. 11-1 over the Barnstable Raiders, 15-4 over the Plymouth South Panthers, and 10-0 over the Framingham Flyers.
Yeah, this is definitely a hitting team so far early on in this season. They're seeing the ball very well at the plate.
And a couple big battles coming up for the Trojans as they will host Lincoln Sudbury on Wednesday afternoon and then travel to Mansfield to face the Hornets next Monday.
Witt needs to put this over the plate.
A 2-2 from Bobby Witt. High pop-up. Deep to left field. Drifting back is Bucher. Still drifting back. It's over his head. It one hops the warning track again. 2 runs going to score easy for BR here, and it's a 2 RBI double for Cam Morrison.
Yeah, nice hit right there, but it looks like the left fielder had trouble deciding where that was
He
going
got
to.
a bad jump and then misread it.
I know the sun's still in his eyes, but that was I thought that should have been. He should have got under that and caught the ball. It was a high fly, and he just couldn't find himself out there in left field and let the ball get over his head.
Another shot out to deep center field. That's going to get over the head again of the Boxer outfielder. Another run scores, and it's another RBI double. This time, Owen King doing the hard work.
Yeah, the Bridgewater Rainham Trojans are teeing off on the Boxers pitchers this afternoon. They don't seem to have an answer for these hot bats of Bridgewater Rainham.
Hard grounder short. That might have gotten the runner. Not called. We referenced that rule earlier, Miles.
Yes, we did. Said didn't hit him. Tough break there for the Boxers.
That puts runners on the corners here. But one in from Witt now to Luke Barry as we get to that dangerous part of the Trojan order. So goes follow. Of course, we're talking about the 6, 7, 8, 9 batters.
Yeah, they've been dangerous all day.
Looks like we will have a pinch hitter on deck. Austin Major is in the on-deck circle. Shot out to deep right field this time, and not even going to make an attempt at the catch. That two hops the wall. Another 2 Trojan runs are going to score, and it's another 2-run double. This time, Luke Barry again. Have a day, young man.
Yes, indeed. He tagged that one. Got all the bat on it. Again, in the gap, over the head of the right fielder. And these bats are on fire for the Trojans.
So here comes Austin Major, batting in place of Bobby Quill, the left fielder. Makes it 15-1, Miles. This we talked about. This
Wow.
Trojan lineup is just tearing through opponents to start the season.
Yeah, they're really ripping the cover off the ball here this afternoon.
Couple of 2 RBI doubles. High hop handled by Perez. Long throw in time for the out. That will retire the side. Not a moment too soon. The Boxers are going to need 5 runs if they want to see the 6th inning here today. Will they do it in the bottom of the 5th? Stay tuned. We'll find out. You're watching MIAA Baseball on BCA and BTV.
My muscles ached. I was tired all the time.
My son had a full-blown asthma attack. It came out of nowhere.
The unsettling thing about some symptoms is
a fever, headaches.
you don't always know what's causing them.
It was Lyme disease from a tick bite.
A reaction triggered by cockroach allergens.
I had West Nile virus from a mosquito.
Threats to your health can come from unexpected places. Mosquitoes, ticks, and cockroaches can make you sick. Get the facts. Visit pestworld.org.
Whole host of defensive changes for the Trojans. I'll tell you the 2 most important ones. The new pitcher is Tony Palladino. The new catcher is Ben DiFilippo. Trojans up big here, 15-1, top of the 5th inning. Boxers will send up number 4, Tyler Erickson, the pinch hitter. They need to get a couple runs across in short order. Jared Finn standing on deck. He will pinch hit as well. Check swing called strike to Erickson. Boxers need 5 to extend this to the 6th inning. Ball 1, skipper across. One from Palladino. Good for strike 2.
Nice pitch there by Palladino.
One, 2.
Oh,
Half swing and a miss.
that
Out
fooled
number
him.
1.
That fooled him. I don't know how it fooled him. That was going outside from the get-go. Just wasn't concentrating up there at the plate. That should have been a check swing ball.
Tried to hold up, and by the time he stopped the bat, it was already across home plate. Jared Finn, another pinch hitter. Batting in place of Brett Keane, the right fielder. Jackson O'Brien standing on deck. Foul tip into the mitt. 0-1. Palladino looking to make quick work of what could be the last inning.
Yeah, he had a little heat on that last pitch.
Trevor foul rather on deck is number 6 Cooper Card will be the third pinch hitter of the inning for the Brockton Boxers. Ball up and out from Palladino, 1-2. That evens now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Card will bat for Jackson O'Brien.
Whoa.
Ball 3 gets away from Palladino, full count.
It definitely got away from him on that pitch. Slipped right out of his hands.
Payoff pitch from Tony Palladino. Upstairs, ball 4. It's a 1-out walk. Jared Finn, and now Cooper Card steps in.
Consider number 6 batting for number 1.
Card batting in place of Armani LaRusso. Nick Genatasio waiting on deck. 1 on, 1 out for the Boxers. Card backs out of ball 1 up and in.
You might see some of these Brockton hitters here hold off on the swing and see if they can maybe get a few guys on walks.
Ball 2 comes in low and inside. That will send DiFilippo out to talk to Palladino.
Yes, that's a good move right there by the catcher. You don't want to see things get out of hand here. I'm sure they want to get these outs, jump back on the bus, and head back to Bridgewater AM.
The 2-0 from Palladino. Ball 3 inside. So Card will be looking all the way here.
Yeah.
Holds, and it's strike 1 just over the inside corner.
Just painted that inside corner. Just painted it.
Makes it 3-1. That'll be ball 4 inside. Back-to-back walks for the Boxers. And now they'll send up Genatasio in the 3 spot.
Boxer hitter needs to send one of these guys home.
That hit him. So the bases are drunk for Zeke and Shostage.
Big Zeke.
Boxer cleanup hitter, and that will send out Coach Connolly.
And you You see
Got
him?
him on the inside of the forearm.
Yeah. And he's okay.
Big spot for Shostagi.
Big chance to shine right here, big guy.
The sacks are packed for the Boxer cleanup hitter. Erickson, rather Finn on third, Card on second, Genatasio on first. First pitch from Palladino to Shostagi will send the runners, and the Boxers have one run across on the wild pitch.
Yeah. Brockton fans have something to cheer about. You see the wild pitch right here. To the outside.
The 1-0, big swing and a miss.
See, I think he could have held up on that one. That looked high and outside.
I consider walking the Boxer cleanup hitter with first base open here. High pop-up, left field. Coming on in, making the catch full outstretch, but the runner from third tags up, and Card will slide in safely. It's 15-3. Down to their last out now, however, are the Brockton Boxers. It will be Aaron Glinewski in place of Brady Witt. First pitch to Glinewski. Upstairs, ball one. Natasio on second. He is the only Boxer base runner at the moment. Played 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 away. One and one now to Glinewski.
Good pitch right there.
Glinewski, the only freshman on the Boxer roster. It's a ball 2 outside. In fact, there's only 2 underclassmen. Genatasio would be the other one. He's a sophomore. 3-1. Now the count to Aaron Glinewski. Pitch from Palladino. Foul tipped into the mitt. Full count.
Right, good pitch right down the middle with a little heat.
Brockton down to their last strike here. And that is how the game is going to end. Strike 3 called over the inside corner. The Boxers mount a little comeback at the end, Miles, but they fall 15-3 to their Southeast Conference rival, the Bridgewater Raynham Trojans.
Yeah, Brockton walked into a windstorm right here. This this Bridgewater Raynham team's a real deal. I could just tell by their hitting is great. Their pitching is good. They've got the whole package, it looks like, early on in the season, but there wasn't much Brockton could do with this hot-hitting Trojan team.
Luke Barry's got to be my player of the game. He had that 3 RBI double to really seal this game. His last at bat reached base all 5 times to the dish in the 6th spot in the Trojan lineup, Miles, even hitting throughout.
Yeah, he's the real deal. I mean, he does it all. He can pitch. He can hit. He can field. He's just a complete ball player. And, the Trojans look to have a pretty good season so far. I mean, Brockton's a good team. They came in here 2-0. And Bridgewater came in on their turf and took care of business right away.
Boxers fall to 2-1. The Trojans improve to 4-0 with a big battle coming against Lincoln Sudbury. I want to thank you for watching this joint production of Brockton Community Access Bridgewater Television. On behalf of everyone here at BCA and BTV, our producer, Mary Evers, Jeff Fowler, Mike the Postman Simmons. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. My broadcast partner, Big Game Miles Jackson. We'll see you next game.